Welcome back to This Day Live, the Sunday talk show here on the Arise News channel. Now, let's talk about the Senators' demand for the implementation of the 2014 National Conference report. In a display of unity, the Southern Senators Forum has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to convene a meeting of the leadership of the National Assembly, state houses of assembly, and governors. The forum said the meeting will brainstorm on the implementation of the 2014 National Conference report. Rising from a three-day conference in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, the senators from different political parties tasked President Buhari to immediately set up a platform for governors, members of the National Assembly, houses of assembly, political leaders, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders to discuss the report's implementation mechanism. The forum resolved that its members will liaise with their colleagues in the National Assembly to kickstart a legislative process that will ensure the implementation of the report. The group also urged the leadership of the National Assembly to bring up the report for consideration. Following the presentation of papers, contributions, and general brainstorming, it was resolved that Nigeria and Nigerians have come a long way. However, it is apparent that the foundation upon which Nigeria was built at independence in 1960 has since been eroded. It has become imperative and in the interest of all of us to live together as one united family under one indivisible and indissoluble country with justice, equity, and fairness. While the unity of Nigeria should not and cannot be compromised under any circumstances. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the potential outcome of the implementation of the 2014 report. That is, if the government agrees to implement it. Because you will recall that the Buhari administration had said at the initial stage, the moment it assumed office, that it would not even take a look at that report.
At all.
And there are certain persons, certain forces, certain groups, certain interest groups who have said that, in fact, that report does not represent an objective position of all Nigerians. Whereas there are those in opposition who say, in fact, that that has been the most successful political conference ever held, at least since the return to democracy in 1999. Prof.
Thank you. I want to commend the Southern senators, although I quarrel with the word Southern there. The issue is that some people believe that the country must first of all be united before we discuss the issue of restructuring. Another school of thought has said, no, it can't be so. The basis of that national unity is this restructuring. Let us address the issues. So I'm commending the senators, not in their capacity as Southern senators, because the use of that Southern to qualify it in itself, precisely, that is disunity itself. Yeah. People talk about Northern senators, Northern legislators, and so on and so forth. No. Already, by referring to such words, we are admitting that we are already divided.
The reality of who we are,
precisely.
Like it or not.
So, and the truth is that we are divided on this matter. So, now appealing to Mr. President to take a look at this, I think it is perfectly in order. Now, restructuring. Many Nigerians, and most unfortunately, people who ought to know, people who should know, they misrepresent the concept, all right, of a restructuring. Many people wrongly equate restructuring with dismemberment, with disintegration. Restructuring is about reorganizing of priorities, of institutions, of policies, all right?
For more effective delivery.
Precisely. Now, those, in fact, the proponents of a restructuring are saying that, look, let us work towards having a fair, a true federal, system.
Yeah.
For instance, the Yorubas will normally tell you that, look, there is no need to have the mineral resources, the mines, on the exclusive list. Now, which means that we have to discuss.
But Wale, do you see President Buhari acceding to this request? when he had originally made it clear that, look, he's not interested in that report. Because, the issue of restructuring, the government of the day is making it look as if it's a partisan thing. What's your take?
When the leader of a country, assumes that kind of position, what they will refer to in advanced leadership studies as red ocean leadership. It's unfortunate because it is too rigid. It does not allow for dynamism, for progression, for sophistication even. The president coming out to say from the word go that he won't even look at it is an unfortunate position to take. And for me, that in itself is reductionist. However, I think if he's desperate really to come back and he wants another time, this is the time they give in to any demands whatsoever. He probably would look at it again on the strength of the fact that he wants to come back. But I'm not sure he might implement it. He might want to play around it.
But I will look at it differently. You see, it's not an option. The issue of restructuring.
It is for the president.
No.
Well, I think it's a debate that will never end. Nigeria has been a subject of argument since 1914, and since the 40s. And the thing is just that Nigerians are yet to agree on the form, the shape, that their country should take.
But restructuring requires discussion of the modalities. True. And I am saying that, look, whether Mr. President wants it or not,
it's a must.
The environment will determine the way they are going about it. This is the first time in Nigeria's political history that the discussion, the quest for restructuring has now risen to the crescendo.
Well, quite correct. Well, we'll return to this subject some of the time because it's a subject, as I said earlier, that will never go away because it's of great interest to Nigerians. You've been watching This Day Live, the Sunday talk show here on Arise News. I'm Ruben Abati. From our team here in Lagos, it's bye for now, and thank you very much for watching.